Hello everyone, and welcome back to our course on Langchain. In the last few videos, we have talked about the three important components, which are schemas, models, and prompts. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about indexes. So, let's dive into detail. So, indexes, they refer to ways to structure the documents so that the LLMs can best interact with them. So basically, indexes are the modules that contain the utility functions for working with the documents, different types of indexes, and then examples for using those indexes in the chains. Okay, now let me start by giving a simple example. We want our GPT model to answer some questions on a document that we ingest into the GPT. But what happens is that the GPT model has a limitation to the number of tokens it can read. So if your document is very huge and it exceeds that limitation, it won't be possible for the GPT model to read the entire document. So in that case, you will have to create chunks of the document and feed it into the GPT model. So for that, we use something called as a text splitter. So the text splitter utility is provided by the indexes in the Langchain. Then, if you want to upload a PDF or a text document or a CSV file, or you want to use an URL from the website to give into the application that has been centered around the LLM, we need some loaders. So all of these loaders are also provided by the indexes in Langchain. So what I would suggest is that you all just try to understand the utility of these indexes right now, and then when we will be making an application using all of these utilities like the document loader, text splitter, retriever, and the vector store in a later video, in that you will get a comprehensive view of what has been explained right now. So indexes are of four types, as I mentioned: document loaders, text splitters, retrievers, and vector stores. And in this video, we'll be talking about document loaders and text splitters, and the later two we'll be covering retriever as well as the vector store. So let's move on to the coding section. Okay, so we have some prerequisites over here, which is OpenAI, Langchain, and PyPDF. Then we import the OpenAI library and put in the OpenAI API key over here. Then we have the document loaders first. So inside document loaders, we can load from the text, from the PDF, as well as from the CSV. So there are other loaders that have also been supported. Okay, so some of the loaders that have been supported we can see over here are like the file directory loader, JSON loader, HTML loader, and the markdown loader. Okay, let's talk about the text loader first. So in the text loader, we have a document called as clouds.txt, and I'm going to be passing it into the text loader. So after using the load function of the object loader that has been created, a document object is formed. If you remember, we saw this document object in the first video under schemas. So a document object which will basically be containing the page content, which is the actual content that has been present inside this clouds.txt file, which is magnificent heavily light filters, which is basically written over here, and also the metadata that is associated with it, which is the source of this file. Okay, next talking about PDF loaders. So in PDF loaders, we're going to be using the PyPDF loader. There are other types of PDF loaders that are available, and the link for that is over here. So now I have another PDF file, which is a medical report PDF file over here. And in the medical report PDF file, this is the content of the medical report, as you can see. And we have used the loader object to load it. So again, a document object is basically going to be formed, which has the page content as well. It has the metadata provided. Okay, then after that we go to the CSV loader. So the CSV loader, we have a CSV file that is present over here, and we're going to be using the CSV loader, the dot load object, and we can see that the page content is going to be having question, the option A, option B, and similarly till reason. Similarly, all of these rows are also going to be mentioned over here. Then now we have talked about loaders. So now let's go and talk about text splitters. So there are many text splitters available. Today we'll be talking about the recursive character text splitter. So what this text splitter does is that if you have a very huge document present with you, okay, like I explained, and you want to pass it to the GPT, but the GPT has a limit token, has a limit to the number of tokens it can parse at a single time. So what you do is that you basically are going to be creating chunks of the entire text. So you can, chunks is basically like the small paragraphs out of the really big text. So now we have used the recursive character splitter. Now over here I'm going to define the objects. I'm going to set the chunk size to 100. Chunk overlap means that there can be an overlap of around 20 tokens between the chunks. Then the length function, we basically are going to be passing in a function that which is basically the length function. It returns the number of items in a container. Okay, and then after that we're going to be using the add start index equal to true. Okay, so what this add start index does is that it's basically going to be telling us the index at which the next chunk is going to be starting. Okay, so now over here I have passed it into a function called as dot create documents, and from there I'm going to be printing text of 0, text of 1, and text of 2. So this was the similar clouds file. So it has created 3 chunks, and you can see that the start index has also been mentioned over here. Start index 0, 84, and over here 163. So with this, we come to our end of the video on the first 2 types of indexes, which was the recursive character text splitter as well as the document loaders. I hope you found it insightful, and please drop in your doubts and questions in the comment section. We'll be very happy to answer them, and thank you so much for watching this.